Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Keep a relationship from being boring. Keep a relationship from being boring. Now this is very important, very important. And you're not even necessarily doing this just to keep the woman excited and to keep her, keep her interested. You're doing this for yourself. You're doing this for yourself. How many of y'all want to be in a relationship and it's just the same old thing? Even the same old thing, having sex, doing whatever, sitting around. Nah, you're not going to like that. The woman definitely ain't going to like that. Sometimes you got to switch things up. Yeah, I know you want to be one of those fellas that make love with rose petals and everything. But like I said a while ago, and I got to remind y'all, sometimes you gotta pull that mattress into the living room and sit there and wait for her to get home. You sitting there butt naked waiting for her to get home. As soon as she get home, you gotta rip those clothes off, throw on the mattress and tap that ass like you just got out of prison. You gotta switch things up. You gotta switch things up. One of the things that you wanna do in a relationship, you wanna do new things. You don't wanna do the same thing over and over. Just like, you want to go out sometimes to different places to eat. You want to do stuff different in the bedroom. You don't want it to get boring and stuff because that's when you have problems. That's when you have problems. And like I said, this ain't even just about the woman, getting bored and stuff. That's something else. Then all of a sudden she started, that like roughneck on the corner or something started looking good to her or something like that. That's because he's bringing something new. And that's one thing, you gotta bring something new for her, but then as a man, you bringing something new for yourself. Do you wanna just keep coming home to the same old thing? The same old boring sex, the same old food, the same old behavior? You wanna go out sometimes too. You wanna go out and do some things. Even if you say you're a homebody, you want to switch up around the house or something. Like I said, I'm only half joking about pulling the mattress out into the living room, or something. You do get some couples, they'll do some stuff like that. Like sexually, they might say, well, hold up, why don't we go to this club, act like we don't know each other, or something like that. You got to keep it up because one thing, when you talk about relationships that like fail, one of the things that I've seen, and I've seen this talking with divorce attorneys and everything, usually the couple's just bored. The couple is just bored. And it's the man or the woman. Like I said, you doing this not even just for the woman's sake, you doing this for yourself. You want to switch up. You want to do different things. Y'all want to go on different trips. Go on vacations or something like that. You don't want to do the same thing. You don't want to be the same, thing every time. You don't want to maybe, switch up. It could be something as simple as going to a hotel. Instead of staying home, hey, why don't we go to this fancy hotel? Or why don't we drive to this motel? Or why don't we just drive to this park or something? You want to keep things going. You want to keep things going because you don't want to be bored. You don't want to be bored. And certainly the woman doesn't want to be bored because that's one of the biggest reasons. Let's talk about the woman part. That's one of the biggest reasons many women will cheat on a man, even if he's doing everything. Even if he's doing everything right, he's paying the bills, he's doing all that stuff. She needs excitement. She needs something new. Every now and then you got to show her something new. Every now and then. It's like, yeah, maybe not every single day, because you working, you doing all this stuff, and that's cool. But, you could say, well, once a month we're going to do this, or once every couple weeks, something like that. Switch up. Hey, when you having sex, switch up positions. You don't want to do the same position all the time. You want to switch up on a basic thing, right, like that. Go to different restaurants, try out different foods, stuff like that. You don't want the same thing. Because when couples get that, like the woman certainly gets bored. She wants something new. Like I said, I'm only half joking about her checking out that roughneck on the corner. you know? But you want to. You want to. There's some men out there, they get tired of it. You get tired of it. You get tired of doing the same thing every single day. You need to do it just for yourself. Keep it going. Keep something fresh going in the relationship. In fact, there's some professional marriage counselors. They will tell a couple that, hey, why don't y'all go out? Why don't y'all do this? Why don't y'all do that? Because that's one thing. When you have a relationship, it has to have some excitement. You want to keep the excitement going, as best as possible. You want to keep it, and you want to do this in a functional way, because you get some couples, they'll argue. That's their way of like keeping stuff going. You don't want to do that. That's one thing. You don't want to be arguing or having conflict or something like that, because conflict can like lead to like I'll say bad circumstances. You don't want to do that. No, you want to just have fun. Switch up how you having sex. Go to different places. Travel a bit. Even if it's in the area you live in, do that. Even if you're a homebody, maybe watch something different. Watch a different movie. Like, do something. Have fun. Go out. Do something. You don't want it to be boring. Because, like I said, I've talked with some counselors. I've talked with some divorce attorneys. Indeed, and with men especially. A lot of times they don't realize they got divorced. Like many women overall initiate divorces. They will initiate a divorce a couple years before a man even realizes anything. Trust me, when that woman has said, oh, I want a divorce, she's been thinking about that for a couple years. I know this talking with some divorce attorneys. You want to keep things going. You want it new, You want it new. You don't want to get bored there. I talk about body game. You want to keep your body in shape. You want to do everything you can. And like I said, like I've been saying throughout this whole thing, it's not even just you just doing it for the women. You're doing it for yourself, because at some point you'll get bored. Think about it. You having the same woman, same sex every time, same position every time. You might think that's a good thing, and some men might think that's a good thing on the outside. Yeah, do it for 6 months, and then you're gonna be like, oh man. Then that's when that young woman at the coffee shop started looking good to you. No, you wanna keep it from being boring. You wanna do different things, look into different things. Have some money. I know you working hard. Yeah, you should work hard, but yeah, you still gotta have a good time with everything. All right. So I want y'all to really think about that. All right. It could be anything. It depends on the woman that you're with, but I want y'all to really think about that. All right. So anyway, that's all I have for right now, and I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.